So, okay, you know what? I thought, because I stream after Saturday, this is the perfect time to bring out my new bit. Because I thought, bits are funny. Everyone loves bits. So, hello everyone, and welcome to the UmiNews roundup, the recap for the end of the stream. How did we feel? How did we feel about the stream? I obviously I missed the last like 20 minutes. But apart from that, I thought it was great. I have a couple of clips. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Hold on, I got the logo in. Welcome back. Okay, so I thought it would be fun. We have a little 5-10 minute chat about how we felt. It was quite a roller coaster today, huh? We had like, from philosophy at the beginning to then insane depression, to Joe's theories being smashed, to a new bunny girl, which obviously is the most exciting part. So first of all, I'm joined here obviously with co-host Nanjo. And Nanjo has, for us, he has collected a highlight of his favorite parts. So I'll just show that now. These are Nanjo's highlights.
And Cannon opened the left door. What? From the outside? What the fuck?
When Joe's dreams and theories are all shattered.
What the fuck? How? That's a reckless argument. Without logic, even I must not live. You should know better than anyone else that there are many things in this world that cannot be bought with money. As the siblings motionlessly hung their heads, they cheered Nanjo on inside their hearts. Yeah, go Nanjo. Yeah. The air shattered like glass, and the outlines of 3 people who supposedly hadn't been invited to this island appeared.
Now we can take a break.
No! I was about to say this is the best scene of episode 4 so far, but now fucking Bunny Girl's back.
Oh my god, that last bit is so funny. I noticed you snuck 2 of your own scenes in there, Nanjo. A little bit egotistical from you, but I'll respect it. Because that, oh my god. The fucking, I love every time there's like a dumb visual novel like animation bit where it's just like the spectacle is not there. It's so funny. I was gonna get back. Oh, what's this, Nanjo? Sorry, you're saying there's breaking news from Mouse's stream last night, which people may have missed. Hold on. Okay, we'll go straight to you in the field then.
How about we continue Steins Gate on the days?
Okay.
That'll never happen. This is a long time until Naruto. Should we lock in right here?
Yeah, do you want to?
Yeah,
Make
sure.
all the highlighters mad by zooming here?
Yeah.
Wow, there you have it. If you missed Split Fiction Raid from Mouse's stream yesterday, they did in fact claim that Steins Gate would be returning at the next leap year. So everyone remember 2028. Bring it back. You saw it here, well, second technically if you saw Mouse's stream first, but after that, you saw it here first. If you didn't. So you can check the VOD. It's there. It's there for sure. But yeah, man, a real roller coaster of a stream today. I was like, I didn't know if, I felt for Joe when he was like, I don't know if we're going to continue for another 2 chapters after like an hour and a half of like relentless Maria like abuse. I need a little Chiron for the Joe clip, just reading a local weeb rumbled. Well, you know, next time I'll try and work on some stuff. I'll try. My theory, okay. So, funnily enough, I did have some theories on this thing. So, okay, I've only watched the streams. I haven't watched anything else. I haven't read anything else. I haven't been in the spoiler. I've only been in the stream chat, right? So my knowledge is purely up to the streams. But I was talking with Seraph, who is another Jads mod, if you don't know. And we were like, okay, what do we think is happening? And I don't know if this is a natural conclusion from what like Joe and Jelly were discussing a couple of weeks ago. So like everyone's gonna be like, well, obviously, duh, are you stupid? Or they're gonna be like, you are saying the most insane bullshit of all time. So what I was thinking is we have this new character, Angie, right? And she is the only one who actually exists in the future. As we know, the future truth always overwrites the past truth, right? And the thought, and then it's all this stuff about magic being basically like delusion and you imagining yourselves and stuff like this. So here is my clickbait single title headline. I think Battler is not real. And by that, I mean, I think Battler exists as a person who lived and was part of the Ushiriya family, but I don't think the Battler we follow in the VN is actually a person. I think every single chapter, every single act has been Angie imagining ways that the murders and stuff could have happened in the past, right? And then Battler is like the logic and reason side of her, like the angel on her shoulder, as she's kind of imagining these scenarios, being like, no, it can't be magic. It has to be logical. It has to be reasonable. And then Beatrice is like the devil on her shoulder, who's like, no, it's all magic. It's all happening. And so it's all this discuss. Yeah, so Jelly, this is exactly this. I feel like it's a natural conclusion from what you were talking about with Joe on stream, right? It's like, it's just like all the stuff that's happening in the manor, none of that's real. Battler being an Angie imaginary friend is something which I agreed for a bit, and I think it could be a really good payoff later if you ever have an episode of Battler has to argue against his own existence. That would actually be so fun if the Tulpa, the imaginary Battler Angie has imagined, has to then argue against her to convince herself he's not real. That was what Nanjo's thoughts. Nanjo, do you have anything pertinent to ask the conversation? No? Okay, he's just letting it sink in. Obviously, Nanjo knows it. He hasn't experienced it, but his brain's so huge, he's calculated it all out, so he doesn't want to spoil it for us. So I respect that. Thank you, Nanjo. Thank you for not spoiling us. I really respect that. What's my current favorite episode or scene? That's a hard one. I really did like the scene where Rosa tears up Sakataro. I thought that was a very strong scene, very powerful, even though there was a child protective service person just watching the entire time. But I thought that was a really, like, emotionally, I think that was very powerful. And then the second favorite, if we're just talking like enjoyable, I loved when, I'm so bad with names, the two went on their crazy shotgun, the husband and wife went on their crazy shotgun fight against the stakes. And they were saying all their crazy lines. That was so funny to me. It was so cool. It was so over the top. The part where he's like, sister, forgive me because I have to send your bitch of a sister down to hell with you or whatever. I was like, that's such a good line. That's so crazy. I want to keep this quite short, like a 5-10 minute segment, so I have to keep it short. So today, that is all of UMINEKO news. UmiNews, thank you. Tune in next week for another 5-10 minute discussion. Hello, the raid from Jason Anderson has begun, and so you know what that means. It is time for UmiNews. Hello and welcome back. Joining me back here again in the studio. I guess we're both joining Nanjo back in the studio because Nanjo's just been here for the entire week. We just kind of turn the lights off and leave him in. But welcome back instead. We have a few additional segments to UmiNews to get through because I can't help but keep adding to a bit and I have no control over my life. So we have a few more things to get through. But it's happening. I hope you all had a good stream. I had to cut off for the last hour. So I don't know if something insane happened. Joe hates it now. Oh, that's exciting. Right, something insane happened. Oh my God, you're teasing me. I'm gonna have to catch up on the last hour. But before then, I have a couple of segments to add in. First of all, we now have a weather segment. Over to me in the studio, in the weather desk. Thanks, Loris. Now, looking at the map, you can see due to a high pressure built up from UMINEKO fans, an Umi Pro front is looking to spread across the stream soon. We can't predict exactly when this will come, but what we can predict is that as it passes by, all rain will become animated, so make sure you dress appropriately. Grab a raincoat because we have widespread animated rain coming in, with the occasional risk of a breakout of angry UMINEKO fans upset at slight translation changes. Back to you in the studio. Thank you, Mi. We don't exactly know when Umi Pro will be coming through in the future, but I do have for you here now an exciting sneak peek because using our funds, we have the UmiNews funds. We have sent out a reporter into the field. I have Virgilia in the Umi Pro island of Rokkanjima as we speak. We're going live to Virgilia. Okay, well, that seems a little rude for all the Umi Pro fans out there, but I am glad that you are enjoying the moving rain. Was there anything else you wanted to update us on? Ah, yes, Renove mentioned that. That's why I gave you that form at the studio beforehand. Do you remember? Do you remember your form? You remember your form? Yes, Virgilia, your form. Do you remember your form? Wait, what form did you have? Try to remember. Well, shit. I guess I should have seen this coming. I guess that was a waste of a plane to get out to Rakinjima, wasn't it? Sorry for the unexpected technical difficulties you had there. It seems like that was a complete waste of time. But hey, we'll soon get to see for ourselves. Because I guess when the break's over, Joe will be back, probably with Umi Pro, unless he decides to drop the entire game in that last hour I wasn't here. I gotta put this up as well. I completely forgot. This is what I get for completely slacking on this. How did everyone feel about... So apparently, from what I've understand, big things happened in this last hour, which makes me feel like stuff happened. I still have 1 week. It's true. It is true we can do things. Now, guys, I have to be honest with you. Before we get to Nanjo's Moments of the Week, look, the prices are piling up on UmiNews. I had to pay for a plane ticket out for Virgilia to get to Rokkenjima. There's my 6-figure salary. There's the dog food we pay Nanjo. The whole studio area. Prices are racking up. So I have had to include a sponsor for Nanjo's Moments of the Week. I know it sucks. I apologize. Blame Nanjo. But we have to get our money in somewhere. So please hope you can stay and enjoy the Moments of the Week after this brief word from our sponsors. Nanjo's Best Bits is brought to you by the following sponsor. Are you always on the go? Tired of eating the same old cold sandwiches and plain meals? Introducing the Joseph Anderson NanoWave. The hot new appliance that's all the rage when you need a really, really small fucking microwave. It's portable, comes with its own inbuilt portion control, and is small enough to be powered by a single watch battery. Perfect even for cooking meals with your rodent girlfriend. No more accidentally meal prepping 20 meals of the same food with a single regular microwave portion. Why go big when you can go small? Why go micro when you can go nanowave? Because what else are you going to do? Return it? Available at all participating Moncton retailers.
It had been a bit of work for Kraus, large as he was, and Nanjo, with his lethal waste.
Lethal? Hourglass figure Nanjo?
If you're killed every time you take a hit and your damage still accumulates, let us see. Perhaps you might finally win when we get to episode 24. Yeah, episode 24! Oh, if only this series could stretch on for so long. It certainly fucking feels like it. She had to admit that George understood force in its truest sense.
You do not, under any circumstances, have to give it to George Uchiromiya. You're getting in each other's way because you don't want the other goats to steal the prize from you? What? You don't want to? Virgilia-sama is trying to steal your prize? Why are you all standing arm in arm? They're unionizing!
Oh no!
Tight! Cramped! When did this become a goat? That kid who just touched my butt! Get off at the next station!
I love anime. The long, painful days up to that point drifted through the goat's mind. What? Fucking goat backstory?
What the fuck?
Oh, my I never showed proper respect to my parents, said the goat. What? That's right. Didn't I plan to wash my hands of this business when this job was over and return to my hometown? I'm sorry, little goat sister. Your Oni-chan always caused you so much trouble. And I actually have a childhood friend, and I'm gonna marry her when I get home.
No! No! That took 2 whole episodes!
So
No! Stop tripping all those loser flags! Kraus-san's power level is a sage.
the rushing for both sides is ×4.
The critical hit is ×8.
And ×160 for tripping too many loser flags.
I feel like we're on a kid's show doing math right now.
How is he a part of it? He's doing the fighting.
And ×12 again for the triple cross counter.
His power level is 11,520. That's over 9,000.
So I couldn't make out the situation clearly. You did not put the live chandelier reaction up for this fucking CG. Oh my fucking god.
That's brutal.
My finger slipped. Sorry, my finger slipped.
Oh my god. That. Oh my god. I was gonna say I was actually exhausted watching the stream. It was so. Oh my god, it was so funny. I have to give it to Ryakushi. I was like, you know what, the game, like, or the VN, it's the story points are really well, and all the themes are great, and the writing's cool, but like, I don't know. I felt like sometimes the writing itself, like, sorry, the prose or whatever was a bit weak or what and stuff. But then when he had the whole scene with the goat and doing the death flags and that whole thing, oh my god, it was so funny. I was like, I have to respect, I have to respect the craft because he killed it. I was like, you know what, I gotta respect that. It was so funny. I was dying. Oh, the whole power levels, the meta stuff, the like my family, Kraus just kick it off. Oh, it was so good. And Monk Tonight, thank you for the 100 bits, saying missed opportunity to show Anne French fry in the microwave. I could have, but I'd be getting a tag for gore, surely. You don't want to, and potential vor or implied vor in the future. But I just ran out of time because I was doing all this stuff at the last minute. I was like, shit, I gotta get all this stuff ready. As I said, I have lost control of my life. So to keep the bit going even further, we have one additional part to UmiNews, which isn't even UmiNews. Welcome to the Joseph Anderson Cinematic Streamiverse part of the news. The Jacks, which I have here, an update of what has been going on within the Joseph Anderson Cinematic Streamiverse. Please enjoy. Spring is finally here, as the first decoy has been spotted in full bloom in Mouse and Joe's split fiction streams.
There you go. There's
Wow.
Decoy.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This is
You're
the
welcome.
prettiest decoy to date. You outdid yourself, Joe.
This is what your ice cream cake is gonna look like on your birthday.
Oh no.
And for those true wildlife enjoyers among us, something even rarer was spotted.
So the sound of Joe having fun is so alien and strange.
Speaking of Mouse, rumours abound that this streamer has been taking performance-enhancing migraine medication in order to be more unhinged on stream. UmiNews will be following this story closely. In other news, Joe returned to his PNG tuber roots to help show too many cooks don't ruin the stream in Overcooked.
What is?
Do you really need a plate? You just want to hand a raw fucking burrito to someone?
Yeah, why not?
However, tempers did flare in the heat of the moment, even leading to violence in the workplace.
It's my stream. I have to understand what's happening. My name is on it.
We run it and look at what happens and then go back and
Little
strategize.
bro, it's fine. Just go. It's fine. It's fine.
Little bro.
Little bro, it's fine.
Okay, so don't
Jesus,
throw it at Jelly.
All right, damn.
Don't.
Jesus.
Well, a bit of an abrupt ending on that one. I didn't get time to edit the end of it, but there you go. Okay, so I feel like an idiot because I feel like I'm going to explain something and they're going to be like, bro, you should have watched the end of the stream. Like, everything you hypothesized clearly happened in there and you were just talking bullshit. Okay, it seems like a lot of things happened at the end of the stream. Just watch it live. I can't watch it live because it was like an hour. I was so concerned because I was like, I always want to try and start my stream like 15, 20 minutes before Joe finishes, right? And I was asking Umi Den, I was like, guys, how long do you think Joe has left? And I was like, for like half an hour, maybe an hour. I fell for the classic bait. Everyone's like, oh, he's probably got like half an hour left. So I was like, oh, I don't want to leave it too late. So I'll start up like, I don't know, 20 minutes. Because they said it's about 30 minutes to an hour. I'll start at 20 minutes. And of course, immediately after that, I think it was 50 minutes before before Joe actually started or like raided me. Which, thank you, Joe. I don't know if I said thank you, so thank you very much for raiding. So it's a classic like. You already know what time it is. Oh no, hello? Oh my god, my computer's crashing. Hello and welcome back to UmiNews. The final UmiNews for a while. My word, and what a episode it was. It was a lot of stuff happened. Obviously I missed the last 15 minutes, so I don't know what happened, but quite a wild trip. But before we get into my discussions, let's head over and look at the recent traffic. As you can see, it looks like we are going to have a pile-up on the UMINEKO progress for a while. There seems to be some sort of Baldur's Gate in the way, which is blocking any kind of stream progress. Long delays are expected. I've been told for up to 1 or 2 months. However, to be certain about this, we have got our eyes in the sky at the position now. Battler, our traffic reporter, over to you, my friend.
だんだんバカらしくなってきたんだよ。そろそろ俺も頭を冷やしてもいいかなって思ったんだ。だから俺は親父が謝ったら全部水に流すと言ってやったんだ。
Thank you. And can we get a look at the site?
じいちゃんの葬式の日に。そしたらあいつ本当に畳に両手をついて詫びやがったよ。信じらんねえくらいに情けない格好だった。
And is there any way to force it open earlier?
あの格好つけた親父が本気で頭を下げやがったんだぜ。それを見たらなんだかもうバカらしくなっちまった。きっと。
Okay, and just to confirm, you are certain there is no way to speed up its removal?
おふくろもそう思っただろうぜ。おふくろは俺と親父後ろ宮。
Oh, come on, not again. I didn't even say anything this time. Motherfucker.
なんだよ。縁もゆかりもない赤の他人の子だとか、そう言い出すのかよ。
God damn it. You really can't get the staff these days. I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. That's the second time in a row it's happened. It's actually kind of fucked. I can't get the staff. It's insane. But before we get on to discussing what we just saw, I do want to have a slight moment's silence. As you may know, if you're on the Discord, there's tragedy has struck. Umi Full is being shut down or frozen for the next couple of months. And I wanted to have a quick moment's silence for those who are going to leave us. So we have a slight memorial for them set up. Please enjoy. Yeah, hello? What do you mean it was an April Fool's? What? We need to just did it for once. I've set the whole thing up. Like, I already bought Nanjo the damn outfit. He can't return it now. He's worn it. What? So, no, hold on. Sorry. What? So he's definitely not... What do you mean we're live? What? Oh, hello, everyone. We've had a slight technical difficulty. Sorry, we're just going to quickly move on. Here's Nanjo's best bits of the week.
Nanjo's best bits.
Oh God, I got to turn that
brought
off.
you by the following sponsor.
The Lloyd's a wicked wizard who makes pizzas old and cold. Now he's off to meet his greatest challenge, the magic of hot, fresh Domino's pizza. Hot and fresh because it's delivered in less than 30 minutes, guaranteed. So hot and so fresh that even the Lloyd can't break the spell. And now, Domino's Pizza delivers hot and fresh.
And we noised it. Yep. And we did the gnome.
You did the gnome voice, you did.
Ooh, ooh, Maria loves her mother. Ooh, ooh.
Do you regret your words and deeds?
No, it was
Yeah, I didn't
hilarious.
think
It
so.
was hilarious. No, it was really funny. This isn't just for the murder of Dr. Nanjo in the last game.
Fernando!
Fernando. Of all the ones he's fixated on.
You ready?
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Then I can explain it with simultaneous murders. Each of the three had a gun pointed at it. What the fuck are you doing, Battler? This is too far even for me. What are you talking about? The food they were given had small bombs in it, which exploded from inside their stomachs. In other words, Sumari, the crime is possible through Trap X. The details of a bomb that they could swallow without noticing and that could blow up in their stomachs is a devil's proof. I refuse to explain.
Do you remember in episode 1, Tea Party? You said it could have been small bombs.
Did I really?
You said it could have been tiny bombs.
Poured into black tea. Prove that it's not a series of tiny little nano bombs that you injected with a syringe before I got here into Shannon's face that have just hit the timer now and are making it look like you carved her face in half with the spell. I don't remember that.
You actually predicted this exact line 3 episodes in advance.
I don't remember that at all. See you in hell.
Cool.
Wow. I'm receiving reports. Open the Discord server, any channel. Both Umi chats have been hit. My God, they hit the second Umi chat. Oh no. I didn't think they would do it, but they did both. My God. Rest in peace. Your tower's collapsed. No. They hit the fucking Umi full. Oh my word. What an ending. I would say I was I liked it. I'm gonna put my small, feels so good. My channels, no. Just give my slight opinion on it. I did like the ending. I thought character-wise it was nice, but I hope they do explain how all the magic death stuff happens in a bit more detail. Like, I get Battler can justify it technically by saying, well, this could have happened, but it's not very satisfying, right? So I hope they give like a more legitimate way of everything being solved. Yeah, and I did say it was so funny to me, but they're like, how talk about setting up flags, right? When they were like, when the witches are like, I say with certainty, Beatrice will never win, and I, as the miracle, say not even a miracle would save Beatrice, and you're like, okay. So you've clearly set it up for Beatrice and Battler to join forces to beat the other two witches, but yeah, like some kind of answers arc. Exactly. We're only halfway through, so it's fine. But I did like it. I thought it was fun. I have to say, obviously, this will be the last UmiNews for a while, which is very sad news. But it will give me time to make new bits, thank God, because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep this up every week for the next 16 weeks. So. Yeah, I'm willing to give Ryokishi a lot of credit. I'm not as much as Joe. I think Joe's got PTSD from being owned too many times on stream. He's like, I will never question him again. One last thing. I do have one last thing one last bit I gotta give. So hold on. All right, well, that should be the end of the season, Nanjo. There should be some crackers in the cupboard, so I'll see you in about 1 or 2 months. Bye. Just to let you know, you are sleeping on the sofa. And you're cooking your own meals.